Hello chess fans, this is Rick from Chess to Impress. The young man in this picture is the new under 20 world champion Aryan Tari from Norway. He became world champion in November 2017 in Treviso in Italy, a town on the border of Austria and Slovenia. And he's the third world champion from Norway. Of course we all know Magnus Carlsen, the current world champion. But also we have Ivar Bern, who was world chess champion in correspondence chess between 2002 and 2005. Aryan Tari's parents emigrated from Iran to Norway before Aryan was born. He was born in Lier in Norway on June 4th, 1999, played chess since the age of 5 and became Norwegian senior champion in 2015. He was awarded the Grandmaster title in March 2016 and he is Norway's 12th Grandmaster. And as I said, in November 2017 he became world under 20 champion. These are the final results of that tournament. You can see Aryan Tari won it with 8.5 out of 11 games. Manuel Petrosyan from Armenia was second, also on 8.5 points. And Aravind from India got a bronze medal, also on 8.5. Half a point behind was Pragnananda in 4th place, the 12-year-old from India, who is still trying to beat Sergei Karyakin's record of becoming the youngest Grandmaster in history. He has 3 more months to accomplish this. Top seed Jordan van Forees from the Netherlands was 5th, and you can see the names of the players who ended in 6th to 10th position on this chart. When Tari won the title, there was a tweet from Magnus Carlsen. The amazing Aryan Tari is a new junior world champion. Kept his cool in a difficult position in the last round, the mark of a champion. And Tari's tweet was, "Thanks everyone, really happy to be the 2nd world champion from Norway." And Tari didn't mention this correspondence world champion, also from Norway. In this video I'll show you the game from Tari from round 8, where he played the Russian Grandmaster Grigory Oparin. Played on the 22nd of November 2017. Oparin was white, opened with e4, and Tarian played the Caro-Kann. d4, d5, e5, the advanced variation, bishop f5, and g4. Here Tari played bishop g6, which is sharper than bishop d7, which prevents the e5, e6 push. After bishop b6, Oparin played indeed e6, where h4 is the most popular move, and there's also a game Morozevich-Topalov, where Morozevich played knight h3 and then e6 from Topalov. But as said, Oparin played e6, queen d6, attacking the e6 pawn, so white has to take on f7 with check. Bishop takes, f4, knight f6, knight c3, knight bd7, bishop h3, and here Tari played g5, sacrificing a pawn, a very active move, trying to take the initiative with black on move 9. Oparin took, and knight e4, knight ge2, bishop g7, and here the safest way to play for white is to take on e4, d takes d4, and then c3 with an equal position. But here Oparin castled. Tari castled, and here again knight takes e4 is the safest move, but here Oparin played bishop e3. And after knight b6, that bishop went to f4. So in 2 steps from c1 to f4, a bit mysterious. It could have gone to f4 in 1 move. Tari took on c3, b takes, and e5, and one of the commentators of this game says it's a vigorous move to set up complications. Bishop went back to g3, and knight c4 from the Norwegian, threatening a fork on e3, forking queen and rook. Rook f5 was played by Oparin, which looks a bit strange at first because he can still play that fork, but that's not very good. Knight e3 is not a good move here, because then there is d takes e5, the queen has to play queen e7, and then queen d3, saving the queen. And if you then take the exchange on f5, g takes, and for example, queen takes g5, after king h1, these beautiful pawns on f5 and e5 are more than enough compensation for the exchange. This is a very good position for white. So Tari had seen all that and judged it properly. He saw that knight e3 is not a good move here, and he played bishop g6, attacking the rook. Queen d3 from Oparin, and that's quite a move, not only leaving the rook hanging, but also pinning that rook. Taking the rook is not very good now, because if you take, there is g takes f5, and if you then play queen d7 to prevent f6, and you cannot now not play f6 because then your bishop is hanging. So after queen d7, the best move for white is to take on e5, and then after knight takes e5, the position is about equal. But black is stronger than taking on f5, and Tari found it. Queen e7 is the best move here. White took on e5, and again, taking that exchange is not the best move here. Let's have a look. Bishop takes f5, g takes, and then you can take on e5, bishop takes, queen takes, and black is better, but he had a better move than taking that exchange. So after d takes e5, Tari found again the best move, which is knight takes e5, attacking white's queen. The queen went to e3, and now Tari took on f5. G takes f5, and if it was white's move, he would play knight d4, and he would have a great position. White must have counted on his kingside pawn mass for compensation of the exchange, but it didn't work out, because he missed a great shot here from Tari, which was queen takes g5. He must have missed that move. You cannot take that queen because of knight f3 check, king g2, knight takes g5, and this is a winning position for black. So after queen takes g5, Oparin played knight f4, rook ae8 from Tari, and the best move here for white according to the engine is take that pawn on a7, but after h5 black has a very strong attack. Oparin did not take on a7, he played queen e2, not a good move, because here comes knight g6 from Tari, attacking the queen, and after knight e6 he played another strong move, knight f4. If Oparin now would have taken the queen, then there is knight takes h3 check, and after knight takes, rook takes e2, and this is a winning position for black. After knight f4, Oparin tried queen g4, but it's not gonna save him. Knight takes h3 check again is check, and also protecting the queen. Queen takes, and Tari played queen takes f5, and Grigory Oparin resigned. You have to swap the queens here, you cannot take the exchange because your queen is unprotected. So you have to take the queen, and after rook takes f5, black is an exchange and a pawn up. Very strong and energetic play from Aryan Tari, really grabbing the initiative and winning a very complicated game. This was round 8, and draws in round 9, 10 and 11 were enough for Aryan Tari to become the 2017 Under-20 World Champion. We'll keep following his progress to see if one day he will follow in the footsteps of his compatriot Magnus Carlsen and become the real World Champion. Before I say goodbye, many thanks to Louise P and Bradley H for their very generous donation on PayPal. If you want to support the channel, the link to PayPal is in the description box. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe to the Chess to Impress channel, please leave a comment, and if you like the video, it would be great if you could share it on social media. You also may want to check out my Chess to Progress channel, the link is in the description box. This is Rick from Chess to Impress. Thank you for watching.